Next topic is job sequencing with deadlines. So this is one of the application of greedy method. We'll see the problem statement first. The problem is the number of jobs, their profit and deadlines will be given. So here you will have a number of jobs, and for each job you will have profit and deadline. So profit and deadline will be given. We'll see here. Let us consider one example here. Totally n equals to 4, that means 4 number of jobs. That means each job has profit, like first job has profit as 100, like that, second 10, third one 15, fourth one 27. Now for each job you can see deadlines as D1, D2, D3, D4. First one I have given the deadline is 2. In the sense, this job, the first job is available up to 2 units of time. Let us suppose if I take these 2 units as 2 hours, let us consider. If the job starts at 10 o'clock, it will be available up to 12 o'clock, like this. So this is available, this job is available up to 11 o'clock. This job is available up to 12 o'clock. This is up to 11. Like this, you can consider an example. So this is a deadline. And one more thing you need to remember, of course this is a very important point, like if this job you are doing, if this job is scheduled, then the availability of the next jobs will be reduced. Let us suppose after 1 hour, the availability of this job will be 1, this job will be 0, this job will be 1, this job will be 0. You cannot say that I am not using this job, the availability is again 1 unit of time. No, not like that. Okay, we'll see that in depth also here. Our objective is we have to find a sequence of jobs which will be completed within its deadlines, and it should yield a maximum profit. So here also we need to get the maximum profit. You need to schedule these jobs. So that means which job can be done first, which job can be taken next, so that you need to get the maximum profit within given deadlines. So this is of the problem statement. Let us consider this example. If I go for this, what are the possibilities I'll get here? Here you can see the maximum deadline is 2 units only. So that's why I have possibility of I can take the jobs at most 2 units only. Okay, let us suppose I have this is a 1 unit and this is a second unit, and how many ways I can take the jobs. Okay, that possibilities I'm writing here. Okay, anyway I'll explain one by one here. First thing, I want to take the first job in the first unit of time. I want to take the second job in the second unit of time. Is it possible? No. Okay, first job in the first unit of time. Why? Because in the second unit of time this job is not available. If you observe, let us consider 2 slots are there. In the first slot all the jobs are available, first, second, third, fourth. Why? Because they all are available in the first unit of time. When it comes to the second unit of time, let us suppose second hour, this job is not available. This job is available in 1 hour only. So let us suppose if the job starts at 10 o'clock, after 11 if you see this job is not available, this job is also not available. So that's what you need to think here. Okay, so in the second one only 2 jobs are available, that is first job and third job, this one as well as this one, because the deadline is 2 units. So like this you need to assume. In simply you can see 2 employees, if you take, one works for 8 hours, only one works for 4 hours. You can see after 4 hours only one will be available, not 2, even if you use that employee or not. So that's what the concept here that you need to remember, so that you can easily understand this problem. Okay, now if you take, what are the possibilities? First job first, second job second, I cannot take. Can I take first job first, second job next? Yes, I can take first job in the first unit of time, third job, because it has available time. Okay, that's what. So what will be the profit in the first job, in the first unit first job? If I take, the profit is 100 plus third job 15, so the total profit is 115. Now one more option, first job fourth job, I cannot take this sequence. Now take the next sequence, that is second job and first job, 2-1 combination. That means second job in the first hour, first job in the second hour. Can I take? Yes, I can take, because in the second hour the first job is available. That's why in the first hour, first second job, second hour first job. So now for the second job, what is the profit? 10. For the first job, what is the profit? 100. So 110. Now after 2-1 2 3 can I take? Yes, I can take, because in the second hour third job is available. So 2 3, for the second job the profit is 10, for the third job the profit is 15, totally 25. Now if you take the next one, all combinations I am taking, like 1 2 sequence, 1 3 sequence, 1 4 sequence, 2 1 sequence, 2 3 sequence, 2 4 sequence, like this I am going. Which are possibilities? Those possibilities only I am writing here. Now I am going for 3 1, 3 2, 3 4, like that. So 3 1 combination, yes, I can take. So 15 is the profit of the third job, that is 100 is the profit of the first job, 115. Now if you take this next one, 3 1, 3 2 you cannot take, 3 4 also you cannot take. Now I'll go to fourth one. Fourth job is first. If I take like this, 27, first job next 100. So totally what is the value is 127. Next 4 3, that means fourth job first, third job next. Yes, I can take. So the profit is 27 plus 15, totally 42. Now these are options, like I'll take the only one job in the first hour. I don't want to take any job in the second hour. Like this also I can take. This is also one more possibility. If I take like this 100 only, this is 100 profit. Here if I take second job only 10 is the profit. Next here 15 is the profit. Here only 27 is the profit. Like this you can take. Now all are job scheduled here. All are the scheduled jobs. All sequences I have given. All possibilities of sequences. Now I can say each solution is a feasible solution. Why? Because each is giving some job scheduling, some sort of profit it is giving. So every solution I call it as a feasible solution. Now what can I say as a optimal solution? So here maximization problem, maximum profit you can consider here. So maximum profit is 127. So that is your optimal solution. You can take that as optimal solution. Now optimal solution is taking the fourth job, that is 27 profit job is the first. I'll take first hour, and 100 profit that will I'll take in the next, so that I'll get the maximum profit. So this is a concept how to get the optimal solution theoretically. So we'll see now what are the points to remember. To complete a job, one has to process the job or a action for 1 unit of time. At a time you need to process one job. Only one machine is available for processing jobs. So here you have only one machine, that's why you need to do one job at 1 unit of time. A feasible solution for this problem is a subset of J of jobs such that, what we have done here, this is what here is explaining. So a feasible solution for this problem is a subset of J of jobs. It's a subset of J. So this is the subset, this is also one subset, this is also one subset, this is a one subset, like this. Each job in this subset can be completed by this deadline. So we have these many subsets. So each one is a feasible solution. I explained that one. Now among this, that is, since one job can be processed in a single machine, the other jobs has to be in waiting state until the job is completed and the machine becomes free. So that is also explained. Once one job is in a process, the other job should be in waiting state. That means their total deadline is also reducing. That is a point I need to remember. If I am doing this job, the deadline of this job is decreasing. So that's what here happens. So the waiting time and the processing time should be less than or equals to deadline. So then only you can consider the jobs. Now we'll see the algorithm. What is this job sequencing? So this is the algorithm, and we'll consider our example whatever we have taken in the previous one. Same example we'll take here, and we'll try to analyze this one, how this algorithm can be executed.